Wait, what the fuck were they doing? And am I doing advertisements? Most important, did I smoke power seeds for real? You will find out at the end. As always, I was cycling the Iranian valleys when Tami and Fare welcomed me in their house. Well, I was supposed to stay just for one night. Instead, we were together for 5 days. The reason? They invited me to a wedding in the Iranian mountains. Those you see over there are the newlyweds. He is a former player of the national volleyball team, and this is the first night of their marriage. They are holding earth, water, and other primordial elements, and this ceremony is to bring about a favorable future. The singer is the storyteller of the village, and she is actually telling the story of the wedding itself. And yes, there was also a part about the crazy cyclists who came from Italy to be here today. Wait, but where are all the men, bro? Well, this is the answer. It is tradition to use opium during important events like weddings. There are two rules about it. Just males can use it, and they must be 45 or older than that. Opium is not considered as a drug to abuse of. It is part of a ceremony. Also, it is a natural product that is grown in the hills around the village. But let's go back to the women. Here they were warming up before the ceremony of the elements. The real dance would have come after. Everybody was saying, "Come and dance," and me, I was, no, please. Well, after the ceremony, this guy, the uncle of the bride, came to me and he imposed me, with no possibility of denying, to be the first dancer of the party. Stop. It was time to go to have some shisha. My dance partner offered me some opium, and it was time to go to sleep. House where I slept, room tour. This was the room of the girls. This was me. These were the furnitures, very minimal. On the other room, the main one, there was the kitchen. And here it's where we slept. Of course, usually you sleep on the floor, on the carpets, very comfortable. The first 2 nights maybe it's a bit hard, but after that it gets very, very comfortable. In the end, we are made to sleep on hard ground. That is a shisha. This is the garden with apple trees and chicken running around. Beautiful place. What is important to mention is that also Tami and Fare didn't know where they would have slept that night. And for the girl who hosted them in the end was not a problem to host me as well, without even knowing me. The second breakfast of the champion. They're preparing the lunch, and I think we're gonna be many people. Second day, father went away, so there was nobody in the village who was speaking English. But in reality, no one really cared about me and what I was or I was not speaking. I felt completely part of the community. The tradition is that the bride takes a bath, and after, the groom can get her to the house, where people will give them gifts.
همینجا هرچی فیلم کنه بایی
Here we go. The bride is come. After a long waiting, we can finally go to the house, following her riding the donkey. As you can see, they give a benediction with money. First to the newlywed, after to the children. Time for a pit stop, and we were ready to go to the main party again, where we had the biggest dinner, and you can see this guy getting money from the people, also by card, writing it down, because this is not a gift, it's a loan. Next wedding, you will give them back. Outside was raining, the women were dancing, and the men, well, They were beating each other up in a game in which you can beat the other one until they get the weapon.
It's brutal.
However, must say that the rules were not completely clear to them as well, and that is not the best if the person who you are arguing with about the rules in that moment has the weapon. Yeah, definitely. This shit is brutal. But I want you to appreciate the technique of the blue shirt guy who was undoubtedly the most skilled one. The third time the victim was able to get the towel so that the roles could switch. You can't understand how many times they asked me to play and how many times I gave a big smile and I said, appreciate it, but I'll pass. By the way, there were 200 people at the wedding, so this was just one of the many rooms. In the other ones, any type of scene was going on. I'll not snitch them, but the situation was not legal at all. After the violence, it was my moment. We found a translator and I told the story of my trip. That was the first time seeing a European for most of them. I guess I was better than TV. Finally, the rain stopped and we started the last crazy party. By that moment everyone knew who I was and there was no need of speaking anymore. The dance floor was already saying enough. Everyone wanted to teach me their favorite move and I wanted to learn each of them. So I watched and I replicated. I guess that the 1000 people of the village will never forget that crazy guy who came by bicycle. And I will never forget that beautiful village as well. The lights were up, the party was finished, but there was still time for one last anecdote. Did I smoke the flowers for real? The answer is very easy, and it is